Welcome to the Facilitators Field Guide. Today we're diving into Workshop 9, Harnessing the Power of Story for Change.
Yeah, this is a really pivotal one. It's all about helping youth understand that, their stories, told collectively, can actually shift things, influence policy, get people on board.
Exactly. It's about moving beyond just identifying problems, the agenda gap as we call it, to actually crafting the narrative for change.
Right, so the main goals for the youth coming out of this session are pretty clear. Understand how stories work as tools for change, get a feel for what makes a story impactful, and actually draft a group mission statement.
Okay, so for you, the facilitator, what's the prep look like before you walk in?
Well, two key things. First, you'll want to review and maybe summarize the AWB evaluation results from previous sessions. That's the awareness, well-being, and empowerment stuff.
Right, to ground the conversation in where the group's actually at.
Precisely. And second, get ready to play that short video, Pixar Storytelling Rules, #5, Essence of Structure. It's a fantastic little primer on story basics.
That Pixar hook is smart. Immediately makes storytelling seem accessible, right? Not just some high art thing.
Totally. It leads straight into the first big activity, which is about the story spine. Takes about 20 minutes.
The story spine. That's the Ken Adams thing Pixar uses.
That's the one. The aim here is to give them a simple structure, a tool, really to build engaging stories specifically for impact messaging.
And the workshop notes say difficult issues actually make good stories.
Yeah, because the whole point is pulling the audience in, making that emotional connection. The structure helps do that. You guide them through prompts like once upon a time, every day, one day.
And then because of that, repeats a few times.
Right, 3 times, building a cause and effect, the rising action. Then you hit the until finally, or until one day, for the climax and resolution.
Sort of forces a narrative arc onto their priority challenge.
Exactly. And you encourage them to think big, blue sky solutions for that happily ever after part. But crafting stories isn't always easy.
Good point. So the facilitator tip is crucial. Check in with the groups often. Offer support. Answer questions. Don't just leave them to it.
Definitely. Okay, so once they've kind of explored individual or small group stories, the workshop shifts gears slightly.
To the mission statement.
Yep. Building a mission statement, another 20-minute block. This is where they pull together to define their collective purpose.
And this statement isn't just like a slogan. It's practical.
Very practical. It's what they'll use when talking to potential allies, crafting messages for policy change. It needs to inspire, motivate, quickly say why their issue matters.
So how do you guide them?
You share some examples. The guide mentions CMHA, Foundry, Wellstream Good, visionary statements. Then ask questions. Who are we? Who are we trying to help? Capture keywords.
Then they draft in groups again.
Yeah. Draft. Then come back together as a whole group to share, maybe combine elements, or even decide to adopt one group statement if there's consensus.
The key thing seems to be ensuring it really reflects them.
Absolutely critical. The facilitator needs to make sure everyone's voice is heard, that the final wording feels right to the whole group. Ownership is huge here. If key ideas are missing, you gotta gently suggest incorporating them.
Makes sense. And then how does this session wrap up?
With the Connect and Close segment, about 10 minutes. Often, this includes leading a body scan practice.
A body scan. Interesting. Why that?
Well, it's a great tool for managing stress, which advocacy work definitely involves. It helps them reconnect with themselves, notice sensations, just be present after digging into some potentially heavy stuff.
So you guide them through focusing on different parts of the body, breathing.
Yeah, feet, legs, arms, shoulders, face, just noticing. Then end on a calm, positive note. Ask for a bit of feedback on the activity itself.
And distribute the AWE survey again.
Right, standard procedure. Get that feedback loop going.
So stepping back, Workshop 9 really gives the youth these 2 core communication tools.
That's the heart of it. The power of narrative to connect and the clarity of a shared mission to direct their action.
It underlines how much a well-told story can shape how people see an issue, maybe even spur them to act.
It really does. And for you, guiding them through finding that voice, through crafting that story and mission, that's incredibly impactful work. It's not just teaching skills, it's fostering real empowerment.